Welcome back, YouTube. You are watching part 2 on how to solve a Rubik's Cube 4x4. Now, what we left off in part 1 was we solved all of the centers in the correct spots and orientation. Now what we're going to be doing is getting these edge pieces lined up so they are the same color. So what you want to do is you find one edge piece. For in my case, this is the blue and the yellow edge piece. So you want to look for the other one. The other one is right here. So you want to get them on the same side. So you can just rotate it however you want. And then next thing you want to do is make sure that they are on different layers. One yellow and blue piece is right here. The other yellow and blue piece is right there. That is a good thing because one is on the bottom layer and the other is on the top layer. The next thing you want to notice is the colors. They should be different colors. So this color is yellow facing you and this color is blue facing you. And the last thing you want to do in knowing to get the edge pieces lined up is you gotta have on the top layer right here, you gotta have an edge piece that is not correctly, are not the same colors. So this is white and orange, yellow and orange. So that's good. And what you want to do is you move the bottom sides over so they're lined up. And then you bring it up so it's on the top layer right here. Then you replace it with an unmatched edge. That's why you want the unmatched edge, because you're gonna bring it back down and then swing it over so these centers are not messed up. Notice how when we moved it over, the centers were not matched up. That's why you want an unmatched edge on the top layer. So you're going to look for another one. Blue and white. Here's the other blue and white right here. Notice how when I moved it up, they're both on the bottom layer. That's not good. So you can move it any way you want to get them on separate layers. So this is on the bottom layer. This is on the top layer. Bottom and top. So you're going to do the same thing. Make sure you have an unmatched edge piece on the top. You're going to move it over. See, notice how we messed it up when we connected these. So you're going to bring it up, replace it with the unmatched edge, swing the unmatched edge down, and then connect the centers back up again. Notice how you got those matched, blue and white. So here, the white and green. Here's the other white and green right here. So you match it up. Notice how they're both on the bottom layer again. So you swing this up. You could do it however way you want, but I like doing it this way because it's the quickest for me. So you make sure that there's an unmatched edge at the top. So you swing it over so they're both matching. Swing it up to the top layer. Replace it. Swing the unmatched edges down, and then connect the centers again. Here's another one. Green and yellow. Green and yellow. They both happen to be on separate layers, so I don't have to switch them. Make sure there's an unmatched edge at the top. And then you keep on doing the same thing over and over again. There isn't really any steps for matching the edges. You just gotta memorize how to do it. It's actually pretty easy to get the hang of. What takes the longest is finding the edges. So keep on doing that same thing over and over again. I prefer to move the bottom, the one that's on the bottom layer, over to the top layer, because I'll show you what happens. Because notice how you have a matched edge right here, and then if you move the top layer, you now could possibly get a matched edge like I did. That's what happens if you move the top layer to the bottom layer. So that's why I moved the bottom layer to the top layer, so it does not mess with the incorrect edges up there that you bring down. So I'm just gonna keep on doing this till I get all the edges solved for. And if you don't have a matched edge, you could just move the backside until you do. So, move them over, up, replace them, back down, and connect the centers again. See, I don't have an incorrect edge, so I just move the back side and there's an incorrect edge. So you move the bottom side, the correct edge up, replace it with an incorrect edge, move the incorrect edge down, and swing it over. Here's another one. You gotta get them on separate layers. So I'm running out of incorrect edges. Here's one. So I could just, since it's in the top layer, I could just move it over to the back edge, so it's right there now. And I just keep on doing the same thing. And I think I only have 2 more edges left. Yep. So I have green and red, blue and red, blue and red. So when you have just 2 edges left, that means there are no more edges that you can replace to put on the top side. So it is impossible to connect those 2 edges with only just 2 left. So what you want to do, since there's only 2 left, you have the same edges on the same layer. So you keep, in my case, it'd be red and green both on the bottom layer, and blue and red both on the top layer. You keep it like that. What you want to do is a really small algorithm. It just goes the bottom layer, the bottom inner and outer layer to the right. You move the right side away from you. You move the front side counterclockwise. You move the up side to the left. You move the right side back towards you. The front side clockwise. And the bottom layers back. And notice how we got the red and orange and the red and blue lined up. You should have all of the edges lined up if you did it correctly, and from here you could just start solving it like a 3x3. So I'm gonna start solving it like a 3x3 right now. If you don't know how to solve a 3x3, just check it out in my channel. I teach you how to solve a 3x3. It's a pretty good tutorial. That's why it is important to know how to solve the original cube before solving any other cube. It's very important. So I'm almost done solving the first side. And once you're done solving the first side and the first 2 layers, those are easy because all you have to do is solve them like a 3x3. The first side and the first 2 layers. 3 layers actually, sorry. Once you get done solving the first 3 layers, and you get into the corners, there's something called edge parity. Edge parity takes a really long algorithm. So if you don't have a pencil and piece of paper to write the algorithms down, I suggest you pause this video and get one right now. What could either happen is you could get, see, this is parity. Parity happens when there's only one edge lined up or 3 lined up. There can be 1 or 3. I'll show you what it looks like when there's 3 lined up here in a second. So this is what it looks like when you have 3 edge parity. Notice how I have the green and red, the green and yellow, and the green and white edges lined up. And then these are flipped the wrong way. That is called edge parity. Edge parity sucks because it has a really long algorithm. So get out a pen and piece of paper and prepare to write this algorithm down. But first I have to show you the small algorithm to get it from, if you have one edge parity, you have to get it from one edge parity if you have it, to get it from one edge parity to get it to 3, because before you can get the whole cross you have to get 3, but you start from 1 sometimes. So I'll go back to 1 edge. Well, hello guys. Took me forever, but I could not get a parity that only has 1 edge, but I got 3. I will still show you the algorithm that gets you to 3 edges. It just won't be the same, but trust me, it will get you from 1 edge parity to 3 edge parity. So you do the algorithm. Front, clockwise. Right, away from you. Top side, to the left. Right side, towards you, sorry. Right side, towards you. Top side, to the right. And front side, to the left. And that should get you 3 edge parity like mine, and it should not mess up any of those. And once you get to 3 edge parity, it takes a really long algorithm, which is really hard and really tough to do, and really hard to memorize, but here it is. So you hold it so that the edge piece that is not flipped the right way on the bottom side like I am. And you do right, outer, and inner layer, 180 degrees. You do the back side, 180 degrees. You do the upside, 180 degrees. Right, outer, and, left, outer and inner layer towards you. Upside, 180 degrees. Right, outer and inner layer towards you. Upside, 180 degrees. Right, outer and inner layer away from you. Upside, 180 degrees. Front side, 180 degrees. Right, outer and inner layer away from you. Front side, 180 degrees. Left, outer and inner layer away from you. Back side, 180 degrees. And right, outer and inner layer, 180 degrees. That should get all 4 edges solved for you. And did I mention you should probably get a pencil and piece of paper and pause and replay this video back as many times as you need to memorize the algorithms. So I will see you next time in my next video. My next video I will show you how to get the corners lined up, and that is also hard too because there's also something called corner parity. So see you next time. Don't forget to like, and see you next time.